Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. And isn't it kind of strange that we're ESPN? Now, I don't know if Jerry McKinnis caught into that or not, but he has a little. He has a little. We're talking to our good friend Jerry McKinnis of JM Products out of Little Rock, but he's in Cotter, his home, about his book Bass Fishing, Brown Dogs, and Curveballs. And I just had to throw that in there that Jerry has spent a lot of time with ESPN over the years and was right up there. In fact, before Sports Center or right at the time, the Fishing Hole and all that ESPN block of shows on Saturday mornings that Jerry put together, and that's all included in this book, which is the ultimate book, I think, for Father's Day. Hey, you folks out there, you got to get a copy. And Jerry, I didn't ask you. It's available now through how? I mean,
well, you need to go to it's actually not available.
When's it going to be available?
Other than the internet.
Okay.
It's going to get out in the Bass Pro Shop and so on. But we've just been messing around with it on the internet. And if you go to jerrysbook.com,
okay,
Jerry's book, that's easy to remember. And then it'll start telling you all about the book and how you can order it, and you can. I'm sure you can still get them by Father's Day.
Well, I hope so. In a portion of the book, I like that you're a little bit of it's going to care for animals, right?
Yeah. I have an outfit in Little Rock that I'm working with. And animal shelters is a big thing for me.
Yes. And
particularly dogs, and I'm tickled to death to be able to help out here.
Well, now let's get back a little bit about the dance connection here, because I mean, you guys you go back a long way, I know, and tell our listeners a little bit about that connection with Bill here.
Well, I tell you what, I think I kind of explained it in the book. Bill and I first met in that old Holiday Inn over there.
Yep.
I don't. You guys know more where it's located than I do, but it's just right off the river there.
Right.
I think it's like falling to the ground.
Yeah,
last time I saw it.
Yeah, it's not too good. So
we went over there to some kind of a meeting about someone was wanting to put a fishing tournament on over there, and he was in the meeting, and Ray Scott was in the meeting, and there were 7 or 8 other people. I don't even remember who they were, and nothing ever really came of it.
Yeah.
Except Bill and I struck up a relationship, and at the time I was really starting to take off with the fishing hole, and I actually needed help bad. I mean. I just had so much work and so many places to be, and Bill kind of jumped in with me, and I think that at that time he was probably selling furniture, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
And Bill started traveling with me, and we went all over Kentucky and Tennessee and a lot of in Arkansas, and he just stayed with me an awful lot. And Billy Murray was Billy was really working for me at that time. Bill was just going and helping out. And, you know, as it turned out, I think he learned a lot about I was learning on the spot, and I think Bill was learning as well. And so it really worked out great for us. And I don't know if people really realize how much we depended on each other when we were so young like that, and how we neither of us have ever forget it, and we'll be bosom buddies to the very end, and I'm really proud of that.
Well, I mean, he was at we had a fishing rodeo Saturday here with about 200 kids that we do every year that the Commercial Appeal did for 51 years, and when I retired, they dropped the rodeo, and we picked it back up, and Bill's right there the first Saturday in June. Here comes,
that's great.
Here comes Bill. I mean, I know in his busy schedule and everything else that he has, but I think you're also, the book, Jerry, tells a lot about the personal side. Was that things that you wanted to throw in there because you got the nitty-gritty, so to speak?
Well, you know, I'm telling how I got here.
Yes.
If you'll remember that, it's all about how I got right where I'm at right now, and it took in those things too. I mean, I had a terrible divorce. It tore me up so bad. I just thought I'd never get over it, and it was like I prayed and prayed for something good to happen out of this, and the answer was no. Nothing's going to change here, and that occurrence, that horrible thing that I thought was the end of the world, was possibly one of the biggest steps that I ever made, because it changed me a lot, made me a different person, it just really changed me a lot, and it was a big step for me, and so a lot of these great things that I tell you were instrumental along my path are not good things.
Yes, but they made you what you are, right?
Absolutely, and I think everybody, when they're kind of exploring their own life, they need to, one of those bad things can put you down maybe forever.
Yes, yeah.
Or by gosh, it can you can get down, and then for some reason, you get up standing on your 2 feet again, and be a different person, and that's the way it was with me.
Well, you've opened yourself up, and I know that's there's nothing hidden in this book, folks. It tells the life of Jerry McKinnis, and I know listing those top 5 bass fishermen, listing different things like that. Jerry McKinnis at the Itarod, I mean, I just can't picture you there. So things where it's just taking you all over, and actually, we appreciate you staying over for a second segment, because I had another guest on with me that couldn't make it in. I think I've hooked him in now. Do we have the real guest on now?
Yeah, you've got the guest that's supposed to be there today. Who are you talking with, Larry?
Jerry McKinnis, you're going to have to get off, because Bill Dance is on the other line right now. So, who are you
talking to? Tommy James?
No, we're trying to get Jerry McKinnis now. You've knocked him off the air. You've actually knocked Jerry McKinnis off the air by calling in right now. And now we've somehow Bill Dance got into this conversation. Jerry,
Tommy James. Who you got on? Tommy James and the Shondells
are in the house.
Oh my gosh, we got McKinnis and Dance at the same time. Wow. Are we making radio history here? Do you want to retract anything you said, Jerry, about Bill?
Oh, guys, I'm lost you here.
I can't hear Jerry, so it's pretty good. It's a pretty good thing that I can't hear him. Is he saying anything?
Yeah, Jerry, can you hear Bill?
Well, unfortunately, now I can hear him.
You can hear him now. Now he can hear each other. Do you want to swap stories here on Outdoors with Larry Ray? I thought, Jerry, that you would like to because Bill needs to verify everything that you said in this book, because we want to make sure that Bill okays this. Bill?
Okay. Well, he'll probably disown some of them things, but I'm telling you the truth. People know that I tell the truth, and for the most part, they think he's full of BS. So
watch out now. Watch out. All right, Dan. So,
I did hear that much.
You did hear that. All right, guys. Bill, tell us your relationship to Jerry, how much he has meant to you, and Jerry is really now he can speak truthfully now about you now that you're on the line. But Bill, tell us about you and Jerry.
Well, Jerry and our friendship goes back to, oh, my goodness, it goes back a million years, it seems like. Our whole lives center around, the outdoors. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today had it not been for Jerry McKinnis. Jerry got me involved in television, way back. It was back in the late 60s when Jerry was doing outdoor television. I used to go with Jerry when he was doing a lot of his television shows, and he taught me a lot about TV. And like I said, I wouldn't be doing outdoor television if it wasn't for Jerry McKinnis. So I owe Jerry so much for that. And our friendship has been a great friendship since the late 60s. we've traveled together, we fished together, we've had great times together. We've the stories we could fill. Jerry could write another book on the stories that we've had together. I've read the book. The book is a fantastic book. It tells the life of Jerry McKinnis, and everything in it is just about as accurate as it could possibly be. It's just a fantastic book, and I encourage everybody to have the opportunity to get that book, get it, because it tells a great story about a great individual, a wonderful, wonderful person. And like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the book. Do what, Jerry?
I just got to jump in here and tell and say that it's kind of like right back at you. You were saying that I taught you a lot as we were doing them early television shows and so on. We were actually learning together, and I couldn't have. I am so proud of that we learned together, and if I was an influence and a big help, then I'm really proud that I was, and I know you were a giant help for me. And it's just, it's just, I've been so doggone blessed. Like I told you, Larry, every time something happened in my life, up popped the Bill Dance or up popped the Forrest Wood, and fellas, those are the reasons why I'm where I'm at. That is the reasons, and so for Bill to say those things about me here is just kind of overwhelming to me.
Well, I want to say this thing now. You need to page 159 in Bill's in Jerry's book talks about dance and the Chrysler motor. So I want to make sure that we don't get too sentimental here, because if you want to read about something and we're not even going to talk about other stories, this book covers it all. But the Chrysler motor was one I hadn't heard before. Goodness. And did you run this by Bill before this was published? I just want to make sure that Bill knows this Chrysler motor. I haven't heard that story, so.
Well, I like the part that I put in there. But I had to be the one to put the cowling on my head, because he was too big a baby to do it himself.
I can see it. That's where the bloopers originated, right? I mean, that's where the dance.
Oh, yeah.
That was the very first one. If we had video of that, it would have been great. He's got pictures.
Well, it would have been.
Yeah. Well, guys, I know that, Bill, I thank you. At the last spur of the moment, Jerry, I called Bill, and he came right on here, and he's a busy man, but hey, you two guys have meant a lot in my career, and I'm still known. Bill still calls me Little Henry Reynolds, and so I'm 72 years old, and I'm still Little Henry Reynolds. So I can call him Billy Dance.
Wait a minute. We all have nicknames.
Yeah, well, you do too. I'll let Wong's got a nickname too that Bill calls him that we know about. But hey, guys, thank you for being on Outdoors with Larry. Bill, thank you for taking time to stick in and surprise Jerry. Thank you. Both of you guys are not only legends in your own mind, but everybody else's mind.
Well, no, thank you, Larry, for the opportunity to be here with a great guy like Jerry McKinnis. Jerry, I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Again, a great book. And like I say, I encourage everyone to get a copy of it, because it tells a lot of great stories about a lot of great guys. Love you, buddy, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Tell everybody in Little Rock I said hello. Larry, I'll talk to you soon. You take care. And thanks again for taking the time to let me be part of this great event.
Okay, we'll talk to you. Thank you, Jerry. We'll be talking to you.
Thanks,
all right, you guys have a great day.
Much.
All right,
Bye-bye.
We'll talk to you. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Switch gears. What are you going to have an interview like that with Bill Dance and Jerry McKinnis on at the same time? Woo! I got goosebumps after that, All right, let's take a break. Be right back, and we're going to talk alligators, I hope, on Outdoors with Larry Ray.